My dad, Joe Kinkella, was a test pilot in the 1950s and 60s. Here, in his own words, is the story about the day an F100 gave him bouncy blue eyes. Oh, and if you stay with me to the end, I'll tell you what an Immelmann is. But first, like, subscribe, and enjoy.
This is out of Palmdale on the Edwards Range. An F-100 D model was set up for labs or low-altitude bombing system where you throw a bomb. And I was running some checks on a Minneapolis autopilot, Minneapolis Honeywell autopilot that was installed in this F-100D. And the purpose was to run on the deck or 400 or 500 feet up to 600 knots and put it on automatic and let the airplane automatically pull up and go over the top in an Immelmann and roll out and go the other way. Well, you'd get lights on where the bomb had been released just to check the system out. And I'd run one quick flight early in the morning after daybreak because it was nice and smooth out in the desert. I come back and they wanted one more flight on some, I don't know why, but they weren't satisfied with the original data. So it was probably close to 8 o'clock, 7:30 to 8 by the time I got going, yeah. And it was summertime, so there was probably a little bit of turbulence. It wasn't dead calm. And I again set up, and I was going along at well over 500 knots. Well, 500 knots would be 575 miles an hour. 600 knots would be about 690. So, and I don't remember now because that's a lot of years ago, but it was in that area. So anyway, I was set up and I run through a little bit of turbulence, very light, and the airplane at that speed, when you run through turbulence, actually it just shudders. You're going so fast. And it got a little bit worse, and all of a sudden I saw 3 horizons out in front of me. And of course the only thing I could do is miss the top horizon because I couldn't tell where I was. 400 feet.
Oh, that's not high.
No. That's just at that speed it's just a flick.
Yeah.
So I immediately just hauled back. Got out of there to miss the bottom horizon and aborted.
Yeah.
You know, that I quit that particular test. Went on back, and I said, "What's the problem?" I said, "Well, it's starting to get turbulent, so I couldn't do it." And they said, "Oh, okay." I mean, they understood.
Yeah.
But I went to our flight surgeon and explained what I had experienced. They sent me up to UCLA, checked my eyes, I went through the whole route. So then they couldn't find a thing wrong, and they said, "Okay, what we're going to do is we want you to duplicate this, and we'll set up a camera on the instrument panel that's going to be focused on your eyes." So I got set in the cockpit like I'd be flying, then they focused it with mirrors. I don't know how they come in with a pretty elaborate mirror system to be sure that it was pointed in the right direction and everything. And went out about 9 in the morning at a little higher altitude this time, at 1,000 feet, 8 to 1,000 feet, and did the same thing. And by golly, I run through the same thing. I saw 3 horizons. And I come back and I said, "Boy, something's wrong with me. I mean, this is terrible." So they looked at the film and said, "Nope, it's not you. Look at this. Your eyes are bouncing in this turbulence." Because it's just like, I mean, it's that quick, and your eyes are just fluttering. And I said, "I'll be darned." They said, "The problem is that an F-100 is a very stiff airplane, extremely stiff. And it goes through that turbulence so fast that it's just a flutter. Your eyes are fluttering, really. And so there's nothing wrong with you." It's
Did anybody else experience?
Well, later, yeah. And so they had it in in the manual, but in future designs, they had a little more elasticity in the airframe that got rid of that. I guess. I don't know if they still have that problem or not.
Thank you for listening to the end. And now, as promised, what is an Immelmann? An Immelmann is an aerial combat maneuver that lets you reposition your aircraft by reversing your direction, and you do that by executing a half loop upwards, followed by a half roll. Now, let me know if this is news to you. This is the test pilot's daughter saying, until next time, over and out.